many times, money triumphs over ideology. Just take a look at what has happened in the Rajya Sabha elections today in 3 states. In all 3 states, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh and Himachal Pradesh, there has been cross-voting. In 2 states, it was in favor of the ruling party. To some extent understandable. But in Himachal Pradesh, ladies and gentlemen, the story is absolutely stunning. 6 of the ruling Congress MLAs and 3 independents who were supposed to be with the Congress have, guess what, voted for the BJP. Then, as the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, Mr. Sukhu, went looking for them, all these 9 MLAs who were supposed to be with the Congress surfaced in BJP-ruled Haryana under the protection of the CRPF. A black letter day for democracy, you could say, but it is what it is. It is in the hill state of Himachal Pradesh where the drama is still playing out. This is how it began. The Congress was in total control before the elections. They had 40 MLAs in the 68-seat assembly. Let me repeat that for you. Okay, what you're seeing is essentially the BJP declaring its own victory, but we'll get to that point in just a bit. Let's just put out the numbers first. So, as I was saying, the Congress has 40 MLAs in the 68-seat assembly. They also had the support of 3 independents. So the figure they needed to win was 35. Can we put the numbers out, please, so that our viewers understand what exactly we are talking about? Essentially, this meant that they had a cushion of 8 votes. Now, Abhishek Manu Singhvi was poised to win the sole seat. Question is, what could go wrong? Turns out everything. Turns out the BJP went on a shopping spree and it ended in 6 Congress MLAs cross-voting for the BJP candidate. Add to that, the 3 independents who were expected to back the Congress, well, they again voted for the BJP. Now, this has left us with a situation which no one could have imagined till 24 hours ago. The Congress has 34 votes, the BJP has 34 votes. The drama has only increased with news coming in that all these 9 MLAs who voted for the BJP have been provided with additional CRPF security and they have now surfaced in Panchkula. Mr. Sukhu, the Chief Minister, the embattled Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, is there getting ready, I think, to address the press. Next to him is Abhishek Manu Singhvi. Now, question is, has Mr. Singhvi lost the election or has he won the election? The BJP has already declared victory. The BJP has said that there were 34 votes each, 34 for the Congress party and 34 for the BJP. Now, in a situation like this, the rules are very clear. The rules say that there will be a draw of lots. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what it went down to, draw of lots. And after that, the BJP is telling us in the draw of lots, their candidate, Harsh Mahajan, has actually won and Mr. Singhvi has been defeated. Mr. Sukhu is yawning away there. I wonder why he's so sleepy, given the fact that he should be having some sleepless nights now. Given the fact that his party, it seems, doesn't have the numbers. Forget the Rajya Sabha elections. It seems his party doesn't have the numbers even to survive in government. Can we quickly listen into what Abhishek Manu Singhvi is saying? Let's go ahead.
हिंदी में भी बोलूँगा, अंग्रेजी में भी बोलूँगा. अगर आप लोग शांति बरतेंगे अपने बाकी कॉलीग्स के, दोनों को मिलेगा फिर. और तीसरा, आवाज करेंगे तो फिर एक दूसरे की बात कटेगी. अलग अलग किसी से बात नहीं करेंगे. जितने लोग आप खड़े हैं, लगा लीजिए कैमरा, एक साथ बोलेंगे. चौहान जी, एक जस्ट टेक अ फुल क्लिप, उसके बाद लिंक भेज देंगे सबको, कंटिन्यूस क्लिप. आप इधर आ जाइए, इधर वहीं से ले लीजिए. अलग अलग लोगों को मांगते हैं ना, इसलिए. तो दोस्तों बताएं कब शुरू करना है. सब आ गए आपके दोस्त? हिंदी इंग्लिश सब? हिंदी सर, हिंदी फर्स्ट. हिंदी बोल रहा हूँ भैया. मैंने आज तक कोई कॉन्फ्रेंस पहले इंग्लिश में शुरू नहीं किया, नॉट वन इन 24 ईयर्स. दोस्तों, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आने के लिए. मैं पहले संक्षिप्त में हिंदी में बोलूँगा, फिर अंग्रेजी में. कृपया शांति बरताएं. पहली बात मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि मैं कांग्रेस की पूरी लीडरशिप की तरफ अपना कृतज्ञता व्यक्त करना चाहता हूं. उन्होंने मेरे अंदर विश्वास रखा, चौथी बार के लिए मुझे उम्मीदवार बनाया. मैं तहे दिल से माननीय कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष, पूर्व कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी, शीर्षस्थ नेतृत्व जो भी है, सबको धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ। दूसरी बात, मैं तहे दिल से माननीय मुख्यमंत्री को और हर एमएलए जो यहाँ बैठे हैं, जो आपको दिख रहे हैं, कुछ नहीं दिख रहे हैं, उनको जेन्युइन तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ। वो पूरी तरह से प्रयत्नशील थे, उम्मीद बनाए बैठे थे और दिन रात उन्होंने परिश्रम किया, मेरा समर्थन किया। तीसरा, मैं उन 9 एमएलएस को भी धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं, जिसमें से 9 के 9 कल रात तक हमारे साथ बैठे थे, खाना खाया था, जलपान किया था, फोटोज ली थी। उसके पहले जो बार बार हमसे मिले थे, मुझसे ही नहीं, मुख्यमंत्री जी से ही नहीं, लेकिन सब एमएलए से कई आश्वासन दिए थे और जिनमें से 3 आज हमारे साथ नाश्ता करके निकले थे। उनको भी मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि उनसे हमको कुछ शिक्षा मिली है, कम से कम मुझे निजी रूप से शिक्षा मिली है, मनोवैज्ञानिक शिक्षा मिली है। मैं इस संदर्भ में एक विनम्रता से प्रश्न पूछना चाहता हूं। नहीं, सबसे पहले, उससे पहले मैं माननीय हर्ष महाजन जी को तहे दिल से धन्यवाद, तहे दिल से बधाई देना चाहता हूं। वो जीते हैं और उनका हक बनता है बधाई प्रदान करने का। एक बात जरूर मैं कहूंगा, उनकी पार्टी को अपनी गिरेबान में देख के सोचे, जब भी कोई पार्टी 25 और 43 के आंकड़े या इक्वेशन में 25 वाली पार्टी 43 वाले के विरुद्ध उम्मीदवार खड़ा करती है, तो उसका सिर्फ एक और एक ही संदेश हो सकता है। और मैं हर्ष महाजन जी की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं इस चुनाव की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं एक सिद्धांत की बात कर रहा हूं। वो संदेश है कि हम बेशर्मी से वो करेंगे जो कानून में अनुमति जिसकी नहीं है। अगर आप समझते हैं कि एक व्यक्ति या 2 व्यक्ति या 9 व्यक्ति अचानक एक नई नीति, एक नई सोच, एक नई आइडियोलॉजी के अंतर्गत कल रात के डिनर और आज सुबह के नाश्ते के बाद बदल गए हैं, तो मैं समझता हूं कि हम सब, जो अंग्रेजी में कहावत है, एक फूल्स पैराडाइज पे रहते हैं। ये बदलाव बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है भारत के लिए और विशेष रूप से हिमाचल प्रदेश के लिए, जिसकी संस्कृति, जिसके पहाड़ी या नीचे रहने वाले लोग इस संस्कृति से अवगत नहीं थे कुछ समय पहले तक। अगर ये नए भारत, न्यू इंडिया की परिभाषा है, तो मैं तो पुराने भारत को ही प्रेफर करूंगा। हमने हारते हारते भी इतिहास बनाया है। इतिहास इसलिए कि इतनी जद्दोजहद की, इतना मन बदलाव किया, लेकिन एक और मन बदलाव नहीं कर सके, इसलिए 34-34 का स्वाभाविक आंकड़ा भारत में शायद पहली बार और आने वाले कई दशकों में वापस होने वाली नई चीज हुई है कि 34-34 का हमारे मित्रों के इतने प्रयत्न करने के बाद भी आंकड़ा आया। और 34-34 का आंकड़ा स्वाभाविक आया, एक वोट भी इनवैलिड नहीं हुआ, सेकंड प्रेफरेंस वोट भी एक भी नहीं था। ये इस चुनाव की विशेषता है, शायद 75 साल में पहले कभी नहीं हुआ। और उसकी सबसे बड़ी विशेषता कि उसके बाद एक ड्रॉ ऑफ लॉट से निर्णय हुआ। मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहूंगा कि जो हुआ सो हुआ, हमको भविष्य का सोचना चाहिए। और एक आश्वासन दे के मैं हिमाचल से जा रहा हूं, हिमाचल की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, लेकिन मैं अपनी बात कर रहा हूं। जिन लोगों ने इतना प्रयत्न किया, उनको सिर्फ मैं कह दूं विनम्रता से, पलट के आऊंगा शाखों पे खुशबू लेकर, पलट के आऊंगा शाखों में खुशबू लेकर, खिजा की जद हूं मैं, मौसम जरा बदलने दो। तो सबको वापस बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आई विल रिपीट दिस वेरी ब्रीफली इन इंग्लिश। I want to thank from the bottom of my heart the entire top leadership of the Congress, the Congress President, the former Congress President, Srimati Sonia Gandhi, and the entire top leadership for having reposed faith in me a 4th time. They sent me to Himachal out of good faith, and I am truly, truly grateful for the remarkable amount of confidence.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Congress candidate from Himachal Pradesh, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, conceding defeat and congratulating the BJP's Harsh Mahajan, who has won that one lone Rajya Sabha seat by a draw of lots from Himachal Pradesh. Was the game fair? It certainly wasn't fair. It got down and dirty by the end of it. Dr. S.Y. Qureshi is an ex-CEC joining us on the broadcast. Dr. Qureshi, क्रॉस वोटिंग तो तीनों स्टेट्स में हुई है, बट व्हाट हैज हैपेंड इन हिमाचल प्रदेश has repercussions beyond just this one Rajya Sabha seat. It means there is now a question mark on the government of Mr. Sukhu, who's sitting right next to Abhishek Manu Singhvi. I want to first ask you, what is your assessment of what has happened in the Rajya Sabha elections today and what it tells you and whether at all it pains you as a former Chief Election Commissioner?
Well, what I see is shocking but not surprising. Horse trading has become the order of the day, and it's happening for years and all around, and which is what has happened. Now imagine, as Mr. Singh was describing, people who were at that same dinner, they were there at the breakfast, and by afternoon, they changed their sides. So it is very, very unfortunate, totally unethical and immoral. But what can we do? This is not the politics which we had visualized, but unfortunately, that is what is happening. Now, interesting thing here was that tide, which at least to my knowledge, it has never happened before. Now, the rule when the tie happens in a Lok Sabha election or a Vidhan Sabha is by draw of lots, we choose a winner. In this Rajya Sabha election, by the draw of lot, we choose the person whom we eliminate. So that is the only difference. And by process of elimination, Mr. Singhvi lost out. And of course, he took it very gracefully. And we just heard it.
Okay. So, Dr. Qureshi, my second question to you is this. Many people are looking at the broadcast and what has happened through the day to day and probably asking themselves, how is it possible that MLAs can defy a whip in a Rajya Sabha elections? They have cross-voted. Can they be taken to court for horse trading? Can they be taken to court for anti-party activities?
No, they can. Number one, they can be expelled from the party because horse trading has been happening. But the rule has been in such cases that you have to resign your Vidhan Sabha seat or parliament seat and contest election again. So, which is what has been happening. But what is the impact? What is the effect? They only, after 3 months on some other party's ticket, they will contest again and they will come back. So, this is no big deal. I have been pleading that the horse trading law, the anti-defection law should be tightened and these guys should be debarred from contesting an election for another 6 years so that they cannot become an MLA. At least there should be some deterrence. Although I still don't feel it is a foolproof answer, because if there's a big price, if you give me 100 crores, I will sit at home for the next 100 years. So it doesn't matter. So, but unfortunately, the anti-defection law is still not effective, and this is happening with sickening regularity.
But Dr. Qureshi, my final question to you, isn't it the rule as far as Rajya Sabha elections are concerned that no party is allowed to issue a whip at all? That the MLAs or the voters can vote on the basis of their conscience. Apni antar atma ki awaaz sun ke they can vote. And I use the word antar atma because I've heard it through the day from the mouth of every single politician who was given a soundbite today.
You know, the exception is in the case of Rajya Sabha election, and it was decided by the Supreme Court, although secrecy of ballot is supreme. But in this case, an exception has been made that every voter has to show his vote to a party representative to show that he is not defecting, that he is not cheating. So obviously, this is a violation of the secrecy of the ballot, because Supreme Court also, balance the two concerns. One is of secrecy, the other is of horse trading. So the horse trading, Supreme Court found as a more dangerous game, and they said to prevent that, they have to show it to the party representative. So now they have shown it to the party representative. Okay. We know who the defectors are, and now action will be taken. That is the whole purpose. But for Rajya Sabha election, okay, this exception has been made, okay, by no less than the Supreme Court.
Okay. So it is what it is, Dr. Qureshi. What can we say except be bystanders to what is happening? Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Qureshi, for joining us. Before I go to my guest this evening, let me quickly go across to Poonam, who is joining us from Shimla, where political activity has been heating up since morning. Poonam, you're joining us from Shimla. We've just heard from Abhishek Manu Singhvi. He has conceded defeat. So Harsh Mahajan from the BJP has actually won. Is this the end of the story? Because though Mr. Singhvi is a prominent lawyer, he has not said he's going to be challenging the results in a court of law, etc. So is the story over now as far as Himachal Pradesh is concerned? BJP has lost.
Yeah, talking about the story, you said that story is over. Now, story will begin where now the government is. Has been feared that government is going to fall in Himachal Pradesh, and according to CM Sukhvinder Sukhu said that 6 MLAs had been kidnapped by the Haryana government and they had been kept in Panchkula. Though they are coming now, information according to sources we are getting that they are coming back to Himachal. So they now you can say that story has not ended yet. It is beginning, and now tomorrow, according to sources, there will no confidence motion will be brought up by the BJP, and now it is feared that there is the falling of the government is feared in Himachal Pradesh.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Poonam. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely 100% right when you say that the story is not ending in Shimla today. It is actually only just beginning. The Congress has not just lost one Rajya Sabha seat. There's a good chance that tomorrow the Congress may lose the entire state of Himachal Pradesh. Dharendra Tayal, BJP spokesperson, thank you very much. Good evening to you. Meeta Chakravarti, Congress spokesperson, joining us. And we are also being hoped to be joined by Tehseen Poonawala in just a bit. Good evening to both of you. Mr. Tayal, should I congratulate you today or should I wait till tomorrow? Because it seems Operation Lotus is underway and Himachal की सरकार भी गिरने वाली है.
Thank you so much. First things first, I didn't know that you were short on congratulations, so you could only give on one day and not on the second. So I hope you are congratulating today and you will congratulate tomorrow also.
मिस्टर तयाल, एक होती है एंगेजमेंट. मिस्टर तयाल सुनिए ना, एक होती है एंगेजमेंट की कांग्रेचुलेशंस, वो छोटी वाली होती है. अब शादी वो होती है तब होती है ना बड़ी कांग्रेचुलेशंस. अभी शादी तो बाकी है, अभी तो सिर्फ रोका हुआ है आप लोगों का.
No, so because you gave me an either-or situation, so that is why I said, I mean, we would want to be congratulated on both the days. However, where you call it Operation Lotus or something to that effect, I think that is clearly unfounded. And even when you use the sentence like certainly wasn't fair, I don't know where the certainty came from. Now, let's understand what has happened on Congress end. Something which is bad politics. You won Himachal because Himachal had that cycle, and out of that cycle you won, so you know how Himachal behaves. And still a state in which always a person from within the state has been elected, you come and thopo somebody from outside. So Anand Sharma is disgruntled. Some of the other people feel what's going on. So you mess up yourself and then you look for a scapegoat somewhere to throw your muck on. So where was the need to get Mr. Singhvi here when you know this state always sends a person from Himachal back to Rajya Sabha? You should have gotten Anand Sharma. What was the problem? So the problem is within. So don't look for it outside. BJP hasn't done a thing. Yes, we are enjoying the mess they created. Your mess. Thank you so much.
Okay. Meeta Chakravarti, essentially what Mr. Tayal is saying is this. He is saying, if your waters weren't troubled, we wouldn't have fished in it. It was your waters that were troubled. And the writing had been on the wall for the last 8 months.
No, I haven't said we fished.
I'm saying you fished and you did, Mr. Tayal. देश की जनता देख रही है, पता है उनको सब कुछ. Anyhow, let Meeta Chakravarti respond.
This is what I'm telling the Deshi Janata ko aapke madhyam se. This is exactly what I'm telling them, that this is a mess that they created on their own. I mean, that much of politics they should have understood. This state always sends the Himachali back. Why
and the
I come in
BJP
now.
fished in troubled waters. And the BJP fished in troubled waters. ऐसा तो ओवरनाइट लव किसी के साथ नहीं होता ना कि आज आप इसके साथ ब्रेकफास्ट कर रहे हो, डिनर कर रहे हो, नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग बाय लंच you have crossed over to the other side. Mr. Tayal, come on. Anyway, let Meeta come in here. Meeta, go ahead, please.
Okay. Good evening to all your viewers, firstly, and congratulations to all the Rajya Sabha MPs who got elected today. Big day for Karnataka, because 3 of our Rajya Sabha MPs got elected from the state of Karnataka. In Himachal Pradesh, the result should have been very clear. We had 40 MLAs as compared to 25 representatives from BJP. And in such a state, the fact that they put in the effort, the fact that they try to create pressure, they try to lure or try to create pressure on some of our elected representatives, show very clearly as how much respect the central ruling party BJP has for the word democracy. And it has been proved time and again. In the very recent past, if you go back to states like Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Goa, the list is endless. In very recently, they have tried to do it in Chandigarh as well. So everywhere, either by use of money power or by use of their frontals, which are the central investigating agencies, ED, CBI, or by creating some other form of pressure, they have always tried to lure people, representatives from the other political party.
The point
Now,
is there is weakness within the Congress party as well. If 6 of your MLAs are bickow, it's your problem.
Of course.
You didn't see the writing on the wall. That is your problem. An election that was for yours to win, you lost. It is your problem, Meeta Chakrabarti.
Yes, and we do accept the responsibility of our own problems, and we are going to look into it, and steps will be taken. However, if you look at it, despite so much of money flowing in, despite so much of pressure, the result is 34-34. They could not make it 35-33. It was still a tie. And they had to depend on this draw of lots to defeat Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi. Now, fact of the matter is that BJP has been murdering democracy state by state. And as you correctly pointed out, people are watching. People are watching, and hence the formation of the India bloc. Hence, all the opposition parties are coming together. And hence, people are now saying that the opposition voice has to be heard. In short, we need stronger anti-defection laws in this country. We need to have a system and process in place by which we can ensure that horse trading can be minimized. People do not cross over either because of fear of law or because of being lured.
But Meeta ji, first you have to get your own house in order. Now,
yes,
it's all very well for you to blame the BJP, and you should be blaming the BJP. I'm not even saying don't blame the BJP. But first set your house in order and forget the Rajya Sabha elections. Now you have a state to save. Let Chetram ji come in. Ms. Chakrabarti, I've given you enough time. Give me a moment here. I'll come back to you. Mr. Chetram ji is also a leader from Himachal Pradesh, and he's from your party itself. Chetram ji, ye kya ho gaya? Forget the Rajya Sabha and the Rajya Sabha election. It seems tomorrow there is a floor test, and by the looks of it, all right, I believe the frame to Mr. Chetram is a little patchy, so we'll try and go across to him in just a bit. I do want to get in Faizan Kidwai. He's a spokesperson from the Samajwadi in as well. Faizan, we've seen what has happened in Uttar Pradesh. There he is. Hi, Faizan. He got a little bored, I think, with our coverage of Himachal Pradesh and decided to walk off. Hi, Mr. Kidwai. Good to have you on the show. We are talking about Himachal Pradesh because Himachal Pradesh clearly is the big story. Mota, Karnataka and UP have delivered on expected lines. Yes, you were expecting 3 seats in Uttar Pradesh. Cross-voting aapke yahan se bhi hui hai, and you lost. But just like the Congress, the Samajwadi Party also has itself to blame. If you have leaders who are willing to be lured with money, why blame the BJP alone?
It's about an individual if he wants to get lured. See, it's all about the ideology. There are a lot of leaders nowadays who are in politics just for personal benefits, and these are the only people who keep switching sides. If somebody has their ideology intact, they have a spine and they have an ideology, they'll stick to the political party they are in. See, first of all, I just want to say that this is nothing new. BJP has been doing this ever since it came to power. Operation Lotus is in full swing. If you see the recent judgments of the Honorable Supreme Court, the judgments of the Supreme Court also points out to the same, in the same direction, that how unethical BJP is. Either it be the electoral bonds or the recently concluded mayor elections in Chandigarh, where Supreme Court said it's murder of democracy. So who has murdered the democracy? It's the Bharatiya Janata Party. Today, the Honorable Supreme Court has come out with a verdict that Patanjali, which is owned by Ramdev, who's close to Bharatiya Janata Party, it has strictly said that henceforth you won't run any ads. And let me quote this. The judgment of Supreme Court says the entire country is being taken for a ride and the government is sitting with its eyes closed. And who's the government? It's the Narendra Modi government. So as far as those people who left, I'd say it's better that they left right now. And they got elected to the Uttar Pradesh Assembly, all thanks to the leadership of Akhilesh Yadav. And it was the ideology of PDA, which they have backstabbed. And then they have the audacity to say,
Okay. No.
This thing, let me just complete this. They have the audacity to say कि भगवान राम ने बुलाया, आत्मा जाग गई है. To those people, the people of Uttar Pradesh are saying कि जो राम का मानने वाला है, जो अल्लाह का मानने वाला है, जो वाहिगुरु या जीसस का मानने वाला है, they will never backstab their family. They will never cheat those people, the Dalit, the Adivasis, the Pichhadas. They will never backstab
Mr.
them
Kidwai, all of that is
political
fine.
benefits.
अब आप मेरी बात सुनिए.
Can only be a fanatic, a Satan worshipper. That's all. Ram ka bhakt aisa nahi hota.
Mr. Kidwai, you know, while you can accuse the BJP of poaching, and I'm not the BJP spokesperson on the show, God knows that, and I will let Mr. Tayal respond to what you are saying. My point is this. Yes, the BJP is an expert in poaching. Yes, the BJP launches Operation Lotus, etc., etc. But the fact also can be that your own people, whether it's the Congress party or the Samajwadi party, are not seeing any hope from within the party. That is also true. There are young people within the Samajwadi party and the Congress party who feel disillusioned about how the party is going nowhere. There is chaos. The India alliance is not going anywhere. They feel they have a brighter future in the BJP. Why should they not walk across?
So, but this is political opportunism. See, as I said, if you have an ideology, like there were certain people who have stuck with Bharatiya Janata Party ever since it started with 2 seats. I respect such people who have an ideology. Whether I agree or disagree with them, I'll respect those people. But majority of the people in Bharatiya Janata Party right now are turncoats, are people who have come from other parties. They are there for their political benefits. I feel really very sorry for the cadre of Bharatiya Janata Party, which shares the ideology, because they are getting nothing. Actually, they are working hard, making a government of Bharatiya Janata Party, and then people from outside, from Congress Party and other parties, they join Bharatiya Janata Party and become ministers. They become Rajya Sabha members. They become MLCs. So let's run a hashtag. Save the Bharatiya Janata Party Karyakarta. Give respect to Bharatiya Janata Party Karyakarta. Those who believe in the ideology. All those people who are in Bharatiya Janata Party in big positions right now, they don't share the ideology of Bharatiya Janata Party. Let the stock of Narendra Modi come down. See, all of them will run away. And Bharatiya Janata Party will be left with nothing.
We'll see. We'll see. Mr. Tayal, you know, politics is often about perception. The Himachal story is playing out barely 3 days after the Supreme Court not just overturned the election, the mayoral election in Chandigarh, but said that what had happened was essentially cheating, and the Congress person was put in place as the mayor of Chandigarh. Barely 3-4 days ago, this is something that has happened. Clearly, the message went out that the BJP had cheated in Chandigarh. Hai na? That was the message that went out. 4 days later, the same thing is happening in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Politics is about perception. What is the perception that is going out as far as the BJP is concerned when we see these 2 episodes play out back to back, sir?
So first thing, Meetaji, spoke very eloquently about ethics and Operation Lotus, but she kind of forgot वो जो कांग्रेस का हाथ सोमशेखर के साथ. So that was suddenly nowhere. I mean, they forgot. So was that the only voice of conscience in the entire Rajya Sabha elections? What were they doing? Two, the Chandigarh episode. Now let us talk about the Congress had been talking repeatedly that intentionally the elections were postponed, elections were not conducted, the person got sick, so on and so forth. What happened today? What happened today was the Aam Aadmi Party there, who had been installed by the Supreme Court, said, I am busy with some family work, I cannot attend to the elections. Intentional? What were they doing? This is what they were objecting to. Congress immediately went to court today. No, they didn't talk about it earlier. They've gone to court today and said, no, the election should have been called afresh. A delay that they are causing on the same count to which they were objecting earlier, they're doing the same things today. So they need to have a look in the mirror. The Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, what was his
So here's the
statement?
thing, Mr. Tayal.
Let me. The statement of the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh was, अगर कोई बिका नहीं होगा तो हमें 40 में से 40 आएंगी, which means he expected कि हमारे कुछ लोग बिक जाएंगे, which means he thinks of his MLAs as saleable commodities, which is what has just been said by Mr. Kidwai also.
He wasn't thinking wrong. Sir, he wasn't thinking wrong, na? That is exactly how it played out by the end of it. You know, the fact is, we're talking about the Rajya Sabha elections. 1 minute, Mr. Tayal. I'm running out of time. There's another story I need to look on. But the fact is, we're talking about the Rajya Sabha elections here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just get you up to speed with what has happened in Uttar Pradesh and Karnataka. But fact is, as far as Himachal Pradesh is concerned, the Congress losing that one Rajya Sabha seat is not even 1/4 of the story. The entire story will actually play out tomorrow. The opposition, BJP, is already saying that Mr. Sukhu, who's sitting on our screens right now, who's on our screens right now, he doesn't have the numbers now in Himachal Pradesh. And the Rajya Sabha elections have very clearly shown it, 34-34, which means we want a floor test, which means for all you know, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow there could be a bigger story that is emerging out of Himachal Pradesh. So we'll leave it there for the moment. Meeta Chakrabarti, Mr. Tayal, Mr. Kidwai, thank you very much. Quickly want to take a look at what happened in Uttar Pradesh as far as the Rajya Sabha elections are concerned. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies. In UP, there were 10 seats in the fray. The BJP was always comfortably winning 7. They had the numbers. The Samajwadi Party had numbers for 3 seats. But elections were mandated after the BJP fielded an 8th candidate, business baron Sanjay Seth. And the gambit paid off quite literally. At least 8 Samajwadi Party MLAs and leaders of Jayant Chaudhary's RLD voted for the BJP. Even before the voting began, the opposition suffered a mega jolt. Samajwadi Party Chief Whip Manoj Kumar Pandey and 3 MLAs resigned from the party and sure enough walked over to the BJP. Even before the counting began, Akhilesh Yadav conceded defeat on the 3rd seat, saying that defectors did not have the guts to fight the government. The Samajwadi Party chief, however, tried to claim a moral victory. He said the 3rd seat was contested to assess the character of his party's MLAs. Well, now he knows.
हर एक में साहस नहीं होता है जो सरकार के खिलाफ खड़ा हो जाए। सरकार के खिलाफ खड़े होने में साहस चाहिए और दबाव तो हर एक पे बनाया जाता है। ये बात कौन नहीं जानता है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीतने के लिए कोई भी हथकंडा अपनाएगी। जो लोग गए हैं उनमें साहस नहीं रहा होगा सरकार के खिलाफ खड़ा होने में।
And finally, we head to Karnataka, where the results again were on expected lines. 4 seats were up for grabs. The Congress had fielded 3 candidates. The BJP had fielded 1, while its NDA ally, JDU, also tried its luck with a candidate of its own. While the Congress and the BJP had numbers on their side to win their respective seats, the JD was hoping, the Janata Dal was hoping for cross-voting by Congress MLAs and supporters of independents. But it was not to be. By the end, the Congress party comfortably won on 3 seats and the BJP secured their own seat. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, slipping into a quick break on the show. There's much more coming up on the other side. A supreme wrap for Patanjali. That's up next. Do stay with us.